tape. DJT plunged down 19%, dropping 74th percentile of its moves, and you're sitting there trying to convince me that's just statistical breathing. He posts a massive wall of Tennessee endorsements and claims Iran is decimated, and the market sells off his own stock instantly.
It's a primary day in Tennessee, Mara. The liquidity is thin, the volume is predictable, and DJT dropped 2% at the open. That's its 93rd percentile of overnight gaps, sure. But it's also just a Tuesday for this ticker. You're conflating correlation with causation because you want the narrative to matter.
It matters because he is amplifying a Fox News headline about Trump allies pushing a new tariff weapon, and then immediately posting that Iran has been decimated. That is geopolitical signaling, not chatter. The market sees the escalation risk and reacts. DJT fell while TSN rose 706 cents. The sector is hedging against his words.
TSN rose less than 1%, Mara. It's noise. You're ignoring that QQQ fell down 45% and IWM dropped down 33% as well. The entire small cap and tech complex dipped while he was busy calling the Washington Post treasonous. If his words were commanding capital, every ticker would move with him. They didn't.
The divergence proves my point. DJT is underperforming because the tariff threat and the decimated Iran comment are priced in as liability. He's touting a fortress of support for Brent Taylor, David Kustoff, and Matt Van Epps, but the market knows that political theater doesn't pay dividends. The tape shows the skepticism.
The tape shows DJT is just another stock reacting to a crowded calendar. You say he's decimating Iran, but he also posted about munitions being plentiful and leakers being hunted. That's not a strategy, that's a rant. The market shrugs because it knows these posts don't change the supply chain or the interest rate.
You call it a rant, I call it a coordinated dampener on his brand's risk premium. He ends by posting so beautiful, DC, is better than ever, right after claiming he's facing treasonous reporting. That's the cognitive dissonance the market hates. DJT didn't just drop, it dropped with intensity that matches his volatility.
It dropped because it opened down 2.2% and never recovered. That's a gap fill, Mara, not a grave response to his endorsement of Chuck Fleischman or Tim Burchett. You're reading meaning into the fact that he posted 13 separate lines of text today.
I'm reading the timing. He links to cash is king for Republicans while DJT bleeds value. The market knows the fundraising machine is loud, but his personal equity is quiet. That's a signal. He's trying to buy loyalty with endorsements while his own stock pays the price.
He's trying to get people to vote Mara, which is what candidates do. The fact that DJT fell 3.1% is hilarious only because you treat every single point of variance as a revelation. QQQ fell too. The market was already down, he just happened to be typing.
He typed about American energy dominance, and the tape showed DJT diving. He posted about lay-doh and order, while his stock got lawfully punished by a market that sees through the spectacle. The signal is clear he's losing control of the narrative, and the price action confirms it.
The signal is that you're exhausted from staring at a ticker that moves on its own whims while you chase ghosts in his feed.
That's the show. We're on Spotify and YouTube. If this earned it, like, subscribe, tell a friend. And housekeeping, the machine that writes this gets tuned constantly for cleaner news. The numbers are real, the jokes are not.